Hey there, chat here. Let's play Ostranauts. This is the next episode, and we're going to head out to do some more salvaging. I'd like to get my ship paid off as soon as possible, so we're going to aim for some big ticket items. And I had missed my last couple of payments. Shame on me, that I shouldn't allow that to happen. I saw the warning while I was doing the video in I think the last video, and I failed to go and click on it, and then I fast forwarded 6 hours and wasn't thinking. So we're going to go ahead and pay our fees right now. There we go. And we will do a prepay next time, which will be just a few more hours really. But for now, let's go find something to do. Okay, I don't want to uninstall. Okay, why is everything uninstall? Oh, I don't have it turned on. That's why. Note to self, turn on the nav console in order to use it. So I have things sorted a little nicer for how I want to do things. I think for this run, I want to just try to make some cash. That's, I think, really the bottom line. As I was mentioning, there's tons of ships out here for me. I'm just not used to seeing that many ships. So I think I'm going to head this way first, and then maybe bounce over that way if I don't find anything useful, and the portals start to come around. Maybe we time it right. We're minimizing our time away there. So let's start with this one for now. Comms, docking info, because we need to undock first. Should be green. It's green. Release. And there we go. Just about perfect. So we will move out and around here, get away from the station. That should get it done for now. Okay. Pick up velocity just a little, and then find that target. Okay, we're aligned, bearing pretty close. No complaints there. Okay, I'll take that. I want to slow down the VCRS. There we go. Not bad. I don't think I can get much. Well, there we go. A little closer with bearing. Okay, I'll take that, and we'll accelerate for a bit. We're less than 10 minutes out. That's not bad at all. I don't think I have any work to do on my ship right now. Okay, a little bit. So we'll watch that time. We'll jump back in the cockpit at 2040. Oh, he's done already, so never mind. We'll just jump back in the cockpit. All right. A few different ships here, and it looks like maybe one we've been to. Rising Leopard. Don't have that one written down anywhere, so I don't really recall what was on it. But it's good to know it's there, and we're going to adjust our bearing here real quick. Try to get that as close as we can. The closer you get lined up further out, the more, well, I should say the less you have to adjust as you get closer in. Makes sense, right? Oops, 2 times. That's why it jumped so much. I'll take that. Clear the warning. Should be approaching. And we want to initiate uncontrolled docking procedure. Should be lined up pretty well. Not too bad. Slow down my velocity. Okay. Speed up until we're getting close now. There it is. Docked. I'm betting this is a little ship. Ultra large. Oh, wrong again. I haven't seen any little ships yet, I don't think. Maybe in the very first video? I don't know for sure. Okay, it looks like we're spinning. So we're going to try just holding down R for a second, and it looks like that did it. I'm really glad to see that. Somebody mentioned that. I was spinning out of control a few times. I didn't realize you could just hold R and it would eventually slow you down. I was trying to adjust, but I couldn't tell which direction I was actually spinning. And so I was either making it worse or it wasn't getting any better, one way or the other. But holding R should zero you out eventually. And it does say that on the chart here, somewhere in here. Yeah, the R equals null rates, I think, is what that's really kind of saying. So let's, whoops, that's not exactly what I meant to do. I did want to see this. We talked about this in one of the previous videos. I want to see what my relative speed is to K-lag, if any. And I want to kind of slow that down as much as I can. So I'm actually drifting towards it right now. That's interesting. Okay, that should make us fine. I think I can live with that. And we'll jump out. Big, big ship. And if memory serves, we still have not seen any pirates. And I'm not scared of pirates. I want to kind of be clear about that. I'm not scared of them, but it seems that I get attacked when I'm least expecting it. And so I'm going to say that I'm diligent, vigilant about pirates. So we're going to put on the suit here, put a knife in hand. Could try the billy club sometime, but for now we're going to need a light. Turn that light on, and we're going to come out here and make sure that the ship is empty. The one time that we did experience folks on the ship, it was a nice guy, and then I ended up killing him by running his battery out on him. That was too bad. We were becoming friends. Visited him a few times. You never know where those relationships will lead, right? Maybe you do in video games, but okay, here's another door. I'm gonna scrap this one. And this ship is looking like there is not going to be anybody on it, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think we would have run into him already, or at least seen something going on. So we're going to call this one clear. Get that helmet off, get out of this suit and put on the bigger one. I did not end up buying a cart. I was gonna buy a cart and I kind of forgot. It was sort of I hadn't fully decided if that's really what I wanted to do or not, so I guess I'm not exactly upset about it, but I'm realizing, particularly now finding a really big ship, I kind of wish I had done that. Nonetheless, this is where we're at. Let's try, that suit doesn't have, well, neither suit has charge, so. Okay, when I took that suit off, it did have some charge, which tells me that even if you're not wearing the suit, your battery might be ticking. I don't think we had drained it entirely. Helmets are all in good shape. Okay, 10%, so I guess that's okay. That's where we left it. We're not going to run that too close, though. We'll see if we got another battery that's in good shape. And if so, we're going to swap them out. That one is 26% charge. That one's 100%. I'm going to go with the 26% for now. Let's see how much we really want to take off the ship, and we'll come back and deal with it as necessary. How much oxygen? 14,000. Yeah. I'm gonna swap bottles too. Helmet is on. Good to go. Did I bring everything I need? I guess I did. I still have my helmet in my bag. I don't really need that. I like this flooring. I haven't used it yet, but the different kinds of flooring that they've added is pretty cool. You can do some mosaic and things like that. This looks like it should have been a bathroom. O2 alarm, CO2 alarm. Let's see what else we can find here. Obviously, we did run into a reactor already. That's good. This is the kitchen. There's a fridge. Some liquor. Curious if there's water in the sink. It looks like there is water in the sink. Okay. Got some O2 on the floor. Not a lot of pressure, but you know what? That'll give us a baseline for something that's closer to empty. By trying to sell something that's closer to empty and see what we really get for that. So let's be mindful of that. And I had talked about laying out lights. Let's do that. Put that one here. So that just helps me know that I can come here. There were some things I wanted to look at. So there's these oxygen tanks, which could sell for as much as 1,000. We saw that. We know that thrusters sell pretty well. A couple of things I want to grab. Speeding up to double speed. Sorry about that. I forgot to. Plenty of food in that fridge. Might want to consider restocking. To studio, 46th floor, 49th floor, and 48th floor. Interesting. Oh, that's just, okay, stop that. I didn't mean to do that. That was flooring. I thought that was a rack. My bad. There's a heater. Those tend to sell well. I think we're going to have some stuff to scavenge here. Blue, our marbled blue leggings. Interesting. Toothbrush and brass knuckles, basically. Might take that motherboard. I know that I used one last time, right? Thermostat. Thermostats are good. More O2. O2 on the ship is very low in most cases, and that's okay. It's still free to us, so there you have it. So this door is functional, but it doesn't have a battery attached. That's probably okay. Let's see. Okay, so there's missing conduit here. So theoretically, I'm going to uninstall this one. Reinstall it right there. We might get some lights. Yeah, the alarm's going on. Oh, the oxygen is flowing. Systems are coming up to temperature. Look at that. Okay. Theoretically, we should be able to take our helmet off. I'm not sure I'm entirely willing to do that, but it's something that should be okay. In that room we were okay, not out here. Yeah, oxygen's very low here, so, and going down. The airtight areas of that ship, though, this ship, are in good shape. So we just pried that open, and there's a ton of good stuff in there. Probably the same on this one. More of the same. It's got some flooring in it too. Here's a battery in really good shape. So I want to remember to maybe come back and pick up the batteries. We saw those can sell pretty well, and I like having extra batteries. So we're going to turn this light on, drop it here as a reminder to come back. And of course we have the entire reactor, and that's going to sell very well for us. Honestly, the ship is in decent shape. This is the kind of ship that maybe you should consider salvaging. I'm just not prepared to do that just yet. That's what it comes down to. I don't know. I kind of wish I was. There's a cart. Look at that. Didn't have to buy one. I mean, clearly there are some gaps. These alarms are going off like crazy. But I mean, the rooms are coming up to temperature. That one's not. Is there a heater in here? Just the pumps. Strength trainer. I haven't seen that. Go and exercise on the strength trainer. So that is something I haven't really experimented with much, is what the different exercise equipment does for you. I know that it can eventually remove some of your traits that are negative and can add positive traits, but it's not something I have played around with. I'm not sure I've ever been on a ship where they were functional. So that's interesting. Exercises on the strength pain, working to improve muscle and bone strength. Cool. And I think this one's probably cardio. Exercises on a treadmill, but it doesn't say what it's doing for me. There we go. Improve cardiovascular. So I'm training to overcome being unfit. That's good. That's good. Okay, well, now I know. And that's a couple of things I might give a look-see. We are very hungry, well, getting hungry anyway. I would assume that exercise does that to you in the game. I don't think that's what bumped that up. That was probably the sleep I did the other day. Well, I guess probably today, technically, I guess, right? Interesting that there's a splint in the fridge. I get the medicines. So this is the medical bay, is my guess. There's a bed there. Heater. Food. If we wanted to salvage this ship, we would need to figure out where the holes are in the hull. And that could take a while with it being so large. I am not going to pursue that right now. In the future, I think that's a part of the game that I do want to try out. Maybe we'll do that in this series in the future, but that's not going to happen today. So I see there's a thruster here. Yeah, just good stuff. Lots and lots of good stuff in the ship. Glad we stopped by. Okay. I know there was a cart in here. There it is. I kind of want to start with that. More bins. Corner bins. Corner bins are nice. That's that strength trainer. I think I will grab those as part of my hostile takeover of things I want to steal off the ship. Cooler is damaged, but we saw those sell very well. I did not check out these corner racks. There's more racks over there. Food and wall. Okay. Food. Might have checked that out already. Not sure I saw this. Empty. 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 Okay, let me slow down time a little bit. I was going a little too quick. Okay on battery and stuff though, so no real foul there. Some crates. Let's take a look at those. It seems as soon as I complain about something and deal with it, like by buying it from the store, next ship has it all over the place. An EVA suit E. Yeah, we're going to take that. Love collecting all the different EVA suits, even though I don't know exactly what they all do. You can do some file diving in the game files, to see what the different stats are on those ships. I know that, like, I think it's C has been reported as having more armor for if you're in a fight. Here's an air vent. I will eventually be grabbing vents, just maybe not today. A couple more thrusters. Okay, well, we prioritize what we want to grab. I think I want to take the battery for sure. This battery is not in very good shape. Well, you know what? It's just fine, actually. So maybe I'll start up here. One more bin, I'm not sure. Oh, 2 more crates, too. Oh, we did look at these crates. These are the first couple we looked at. Yeah, they just had a lot of those kind of components in it. That's great. Coolers, those will sell. So we're gonna make a little bit of a killing here, I think. That's what I want to hope will happen. So, okay, as long as there is some yellow here, I don't have to repair this first, is my understanding. Well, I mean, that is the way it works. I don't know if uninstalling it can take some of that yellow away. That's my only thought. That's what I'm thinking of when I said what I said. So we're going to go ahead and just uninstall it. If I screw it up, well, shame on me. We'll have to come back and figure it out. Move him over here because I think he's covering up another piece. Or not. Slow down. Okay. No, I guess that was part of him. So, all right. So this room is not holding oxygen, but it is holding temperature. As soon as I cut that hole in the floor, I'm thinking it's going to go south. So I'm trying to decide if I want to hold off on that, if I want to go get a piece of flooring to strap in there as soon as I take this out. I'm talking about the main reactor core. A couple of ways we could approach it. I could just do it last and then, head out. Thing is it's the biggest pieces, so waiting till last on it might just mean I don't properly plan for how everything needs to fit together. That's part of the reactor. This is the MHD pump, or generator rather. I kind of wish there was a way you could rent space to store things back on the station. I know you can eventually get an apartment and whatnot. That stuff is super expensive. I do not have the ability to do that yet, but it would be great to be able to grab this reactor, the parts for it anyway, and come on, and then take it home and store it until I can use it, as opposed to having to fly around and kind of hope that I run into it again at some point when it's more reasonable for what I'm doing. Let's go and grab this battery. So I'm basically assembling everything down into this area. It's kind of what I'm trying to do right now. Then I'm going to go grab that cart and wheel as much of it back in as few trips as possible and be thankful that we were able to grab something useful. And my fingers are just off on the keys today. There we go. Coolers. That cooler is in really good shape. Fingers are on the wrong keys. Oh no, that's control panel. I did hit the right key there. That was my bad. Thought I was over one. Pick that up down here. All of the thrusters are attractive, as are the different cans we talked about. This one is almost empty. Let's uninstall that. I want to see what effectively the empty value of one of these comes out to. Pick that up, we'll put it over here. I want to make sure I take that one back with me. I think that might do it for now. This feels like a ship I should pay attention to and come back to, though. There's still a lot of good stuff on here that we can run off with. We're going to come and get the cart. Nothing on the cart. Technically, you can walk over stuff that is not currently installed. Like I said, I want to see what the price of that is. Probably going to need to be a little more intentional. All these parts take up 3s. This one will have a bunch of pieces that take up 4 that I could shove in here. Maybe what we'll do is see if there's pump in a thruster or something like that. I know they were around here somewhere. Here's a thruster. It needs to be repaired. Go ahead and do that real quick. I'm pulling the cart with me. That's okay. Unless he's going all the way back to the ship. He did. So we're gonna pause that for a second and unload while he's here. Okay, now we'll have him get back to what he was doing. I can't believe that he didn't see any carbon fiber on this ship walking that way, but okay, he's got what he needs, hopefully. Well, honestly, it's no longer imperative to get that, so I mean, yeah, okay, he's going to repair it. Go ahead and let him do it. We'll take that one. It'll be ready to go. Uninstall. And then we're going to put it on the Super Handy. Let's go ahead and grab the heater. And it is in good shape. We're going to grab the heater. I want to get a price comparison on that as well. Not sure I've paid attention to what heaters go for, so we'll make this our test case. And I think I dropped the dolly, so pick that up. Yeah. Drop that on there. Okay. Lots of N2 tanks. And we kind of know what we're getting into with those. Come back over here. Fit a cooler in there. I'm just not sure I'm ready for, you know what, I guess I could take some air vents. Let's go ahead and grab this one. Air vents are great for allowing air to flow between your rooms when you don't have like a cooler in every room or an oxygen pump in every room sort of stuff. Where it becomes a problem is when you kind of are making the assumption that the room is isolated and it's not, and then something happens, like you cut out a wall and now all your oxygen in any connected room goes with it. What we can do with those vents though is we can install them in various places here, although actually there might not be a good place to put them right now. My thought was we could put them in places here that we can kind of see what their effectiveness is and take up less space because they're technically embedded in a wall, but that's not quite how this is going to work this time, so that's okay. This should be, nope, it's this one. Come down here. Okay. I think I have to think about the reactor at this point. I want to grab the big parts of the reactor. The cart will store nicely in here if I need it to. In fact, I think we're going to do that. We're just going to put the cart right there. We can walk over it. That's not a problem. And it'll be out of the way there, and I will take it with me. We can fix it up, get it in good shape. Let's go ahead and take this apart. So we're going to uninstall it. It's in good shape. We're not going to have to do a bunch of repair on it. Doesn't look like. Oh, and I can put things on. Yeah, I didn't think of that. I can put these two things on the cart. Take them with me. The cart can hold stuff while it's moving. There's no problem with that. Okay, and there we go. So it stacked all of those there. There's all four of them are stacked right here. I don't think you can intentionally stack them. And then we have the actual fusion field. It needs to be repaired. We're going to do that in place. If we can find the parts. He's missing mechanical parts. Interesting. Hard to believe this ship doesn't have any mechanical parts on it. We're going to bash this heater, see if it drops mechanical parts. There are these pieces, but I'd kind of like to, I'm clearly not going to have room this time around. I'd love to come back and get these and see what they sell for, though. I haven't really worked with that much. So, okay, let's cancel the task. Didn't see him moving around, so, okay, there we go. Mechanical parts, look at that. He broke a few off. So now let's come back and see if we can nearing his physical limits. I think I exhausted him. Oh, and he needs to eat. I forgot about that. So let's see if he can work on this at all. We do need to go eat. I don't think he's going to die in the next couple of minutes for not eating, but cancel the task, try repairing it again. He's winded. Okay, it's not allowing him to do that, so we will start dragging a few of these back. Pick that up, and we'll eat this time while we're home. There we go. He's going to eat the nice meal. We'll pick a few more of those up. Helmet back on. Let's go ahead and put down the other pieces he's holding here. So we have this extra suit now. Kind of doing this now just because I always forget, and it makes a little sense in my head to go ahead and deal with it. So he is heating up. His battery is not gone yet though, so let's go ahead and pop that off for a second, let him cool down. That could be because of the exertion he was going through. So, and he needs to go potty. He's going to have to wait. Let's go ahead and pick up the dolly because I wasn't thinking before. Take that with us to here. Onesie twosie, okay. Now he's pulling the dolly. That's how the dolly works. And of course I just put it down, but it's got this stuff on it. Pick it back up. I was thinking I'd run into one of those bulkheads. I'm not really seeing any of them right now. These are standard air pumps. I'm not averse to grabbing those, but let's, I guess, hold off. You know what? Let's go pick up these oxygen tanks. And I think they probably have to be uninstalled. Nope, that one's free. Okay, they have borders around them. I knew that. 1, 2, pick up an N2 tank as well. This one does have to be uninstalled. All right, so that loads that up. Set that down here. I do want to check and make absolutely sure I have no mechanical parts down here. I'll need to make sure to pay closer attention next time we have one of those small mechanical parts. He's got plenty of mechanical parts. I'm not seeing electrical. Okay, I know how to get some electrical, I think. Going after these things we're not messing with right now. What's it say is missing? Does it? It says you can't reach it. Okay, I guess that's possible. Okay. Let's do this. Spread these out so he can get to this. Unable to comply. Does it tell us why? Okay, we're gonna cancel. Oh, okay. Man, I did this last time, didn't I? I think you have to uninstall it first because it's on the outside of the ship. I keep forgetting that. I think it's because you can do part of it, but not the whole thing, and so I keep forgetting that. It is the one unusual part that does that. I'm not aware of any others that behave in that manner. There we go. Missing a motherboard. Look at that. Okay, fortunately that wasn't entirely honest. It probably was true, but it wasn't, there was one nearby, so we were able to deal with it. And we're getting close to full here, so this has been a really successful trip. We'll be able to put that one there. I can get a couple, 2. I can probably get the rest of the reactor actually. That's good. I will need to pick up my lights. Okay, let's repair that piece. Okay, stop. Drop that piece. Okay, cancel task. Okay, slow down. Cancel task. He's still moving. Why is he still moving? Okay, drop it. Okay, it's dropped. Now repair it. There we go. Battery is down to 9%. So we're going to cut that a little close. Okay, on oxygen. We're not gravely close. I mean, we're going to be fine, but just do want to make sure to pay attention to that every once in a while, because as soon as you don't, it will be the end. Pick that up. Bring it on down. Okay, pausing for just a second, so I could put a 3 here. 1, I could do, I can put those 3 pieces in here. What I can't do right now is take the things off the wagon and put them here and then use the wagon to pull multiples. Although I could do 1, come to think of it. So let's take a peek. We can do this. And that should allow me, well, I have to unload a couple more things off of it. Okay, that'll save me a trip. A lot of work to save a single trip. But then one other thought is I might be able, well, no, I think I'm still using all that space, so it won't really help there at all. Man, there's a lot of electrical that could come out of here. I'm going to make note of the ship name. Oh, these won't go on the wagon. Okay, so that was not a smart move. That's okay. Lesson learned. I forgot about that. The big shield parts simply are too unwieldy. They won't go on the cart. Which means I'm going to want to put this one back on the cart so that I have the space available. Cart go there. Let's go pick this up. Small mechanical parts. Small batteries. Yeah, why not? And we'll take these back one at a time. Now, the one thing about those that could get a little weird when I go to sell them is the way I have my cargo set up, I don't include the walls, which means that the spaces in the hallways doesn't necessarily get detected. So this should get picked up, even though part of it's not in the room, but it's just something to be aware of that it might not. And one more, and then I think we're going to go home. Pick up the other lights. Did I put another light down over here? I guess I did not. Okay. We're going to head home. I think this was a productive trip. We'll know when we get there, right? Because we'll see what we sell stuff for. his hand for now. Don't want him running around the base naked. Although I'm not aware of a side effect if you do. Okay, head home. While he's heading home, we will start doing some repairs, restorations. Okay. As you can see, we continued to drift, and we're drifting a lot faster now than we were before. I guess that's okay. I tried to correct for that. It didn't seem to help, but okay, here we go. We'll undock. I might just need to play around with that a little more to see exactly what should happen there, but we had attempted to zero out that roll. It'll be fine. So you'll notice that our acceleration is much lower. It's because there's more mass on the ship right now. I think it's interesting that they include that. The amount of weight, effectively, that you added to the ship impacts your acceleration, which is what it should do. With a game like this, I don't know, it's surprising that they decided to include that. It is a nice detail, though. I have no problem with it, but it's cool. And something to pay attention to. Closing in on getting the bearing right. Pretty close. I'll take that. Zero that out. We have 49 minutes to get home. We're going to shorten that some. If you recall, it was a 10-minute trip out, so clearly we drifted quite a while. So 35 minutes, we'll call it 23:15. Going to do repairs until then. Okay, let's go ahead and fire up the nav console. The coil fields take a very, very long time to repair. If you were kind of paying attention through there, I did speed that up just a touch, but it took 25 game minutes for it to repair the 2 field coils. That's a lot of time. I'm interested in seeing what they actually sell for. Okay, we're doing pretty well here on how well we're lined up. So I'm just going to close the gap. There we go. Ready to start our procedure to land. Requesting docking. There we go. Dead on. There we go. Okay, well, we are back at the station, and this has been an exceptionally long episode, so we're going to call it right here. In the next one, we will see what our work has what our reward is for the work we've done. I am going to go ahead in the meantime and repair everything. I'm not going to record that. We'll repair everything up, and then the next video will start with us heading down and seeing what we can sell and for how much. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate your time, and until next time, fair travels.